All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. Essentially, if you did not watch the last live stream, we officially joined the European Union. All we have to do now is fight inflation, start instituting some strong inflation controls, start cutting back on economic growth. Let's go ahead and transition this over. And what is up? Alright, let's go ahead and get the show on the road. So we're going to go ahead and come over to diplomacy. We're going to go over to economy. So we have a lot of these contracts. We can actually cut back on some of these contracts with Cyprus. $202. I think we're going to keep this. Now, yeah, we're going to cut back on some of these contracts because these contracts aren't that good. We're going to cut back on detailed, subsequent, preceding, subsequent, boom, suppress. We're going to keep the Italy contracts. We're going to keep the contracts with Italy. So you can see, wow, we do have very good relations with most of Europe now, including our European Union partners. Is there a chance you can show what minimum requirements for joining the EU to consider you into joining? Essentially, what the European Union wants is to adhere to human rights. I believe it actually tells you whenever you click the join the European Union option, and it gives you like a list of the requirements. I mean, yeah, I could go ahead and make like a whole tutorial about it. I'm so backlogged on tutorials that I want to make for this game. I'm trying to finish up the political ideology tutorial. I need to do that tonight, honestly. Have you adopted the euro? Not yet. That is actually what we're trying to do. We want to adopt the euro and be able to, for one, use the euro in our territory. And then two, we want to be able to use the euro in our territory. And then two, we really want to have access to the European Central Bank. If we're able to have access to the European Central Bank, we will essentially be clear on funding, so that way we don't have to go to the IMF or World Bank. All we have to do is just go to our European partners, borrow money from them. And I think actually if we were to get that European Union, that ECB loan, we could actually pay off the World Bank and the WB, and then we would still have some money left over to use for transportation projects and the like. So that is really the goal, is to lower our inflation rate. What we really need to do, we have... Let me look. Yeah, a 16% inflation rate as of right now. We need to get that below 5%. If we can get that below 5%, we will essentially be clear to join the euro. And then once we are able to join the euro, again, we will use the ability to get that loan from the ECB. Zach, how are you? Negly, how are you? Seamus, how are you? Valor, how are you? Massive balls, yes. I think what we're also going to do, we're going to go ahead and increase our standing army size to 205,000 troops. We're We're going to go ahead and deal with this riot that pops up. National protests. 2 riots pop up. One in the city of Uzerod? Uzerod? We're going to go ahead and deal with this protest in... So we're going to give the army the ability to attack. And then we're also going to put down the riot in and end the uprising. Okay, got a lot of this. I think we're also going to be changing our flag, by the way. We have the ability to change our flag. IRL, do you think the EU and the US should have greater economic ties? I do believe that the United States and EU should sign a free trade agreement with each other. I believe there is actually talks to sign an FTA between the United States and the European Union. However, actually, let me see. Economy. So yeah, I no longer have access to those FTAs that I signed myself. Now that is interesting. So what I'm going to want to do, leaving the European Union, yeah, is an irreversible decision. Return to the organization cannot be guaranteed and greater consequences. The country that leaves will no longer be bound by the obligations and agreements of the organization. Its relations with other members will be somewhat altered. So I still have access to $37 billion. I contribute $5 billion to the European Union. We do have elections in the parliament next year. Ah, come on. So how are you guys doing? Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Alright, that protest has been put down, and...
we have subdued the rebel.
Uzerod? Get out of here. Come on. Ha ha ha.
We have subdued.
So 205,000. Regulate the national service. Wonder how much. $1.1 billion. So I have 175, about to have 205. We could get rid of the national service, mainly because we have such a large standing army now. What does that mean? Budget already funded by the EU. Budget fundable by the EU. Wonder if I like got rid of it. Light pacifism is good, but high pacifism is big cringe. Alright, let's do full agricultural training. Tourism and foreign languages. Let's do that. Ah, damn it. Okay, so boom and boom. 252 million. Okay. The EU will fund about a good amount of that. Well, not even a good amount of that. We're also going to start opening up foreign exchange programs with the European Union. The Erasmus student exchange program has been in operation since... So we technically already have student exchanges with most European countries, mainly because of the European Union. So EU budget, what do we want to do here? Cohesion fund. Under-supported countries of the European Union, whose gross national product per resident is lower than 90% of the average in EU. That's $10 billion going there. Security and defense, international cooperation. Oh, this is what we wanted to do. Go over to EU policy, go to free trade. And we want to wait. Oh my god, we don't have we don't have a free trade agreement with the United States. Huh. Wait, we already do. Where the hell is the United States? EU policy. FTA. Where's the United States? We have one with South Korea. What? Current agreement. Huh. And let's try South Africa. Let's do a reciprocal contract at first. Perfection of digital paper. Boom.
The Commission has deliberated.
Watch PG make Ukraine take over Russia somehow. Yeah, right? Bluegrass predictions. Never seen you here. 17%. God, come on! We need to get this inflation down. How should I get this inflation down, lads? When is my next election? 408 days. So yeah, it's going to be next year.
Sure. I'd be... Yes. Yes. Fine then.
So he really likes me.
With all my heart, thank you. So many illustrious men and women of our beautiful country have received this. At the same time, it's an enormous responsibility. I will do my best to prove myself worthy of this prize. What post would you propose for me? That would be a great honor. I'm eagerly awaiting my official nomination. And what about this reprimand? As a loyal servant of the country, I do not understand this unjustified questioning, and I don't appreciate the tone.
He is pretty moral, actually. Okay, so he's not corrupt, so he's not going to just coup me. Oh, hell yeah, we can actually fund our research program. So we're going to do matter sciences. What is this? 150, and then energy and environment. Mainly because we really want to go after that fusion technology. And then we're going to do some ICT. We're going to do some industry, agri-food, medicine. Aeronautic. They actually want to help me with military research. We'll actually put a lot of money into military research. $1 billion that we can put into that. So let's go ahead and do that. The EU is going to cover like 20%. Start building your own tanks and planes, etc. Come on. Damn it, pacifism. You're going to get banned. I swear to God. Go away, bitch. Aha.
The rebels have...
Okay.
We have subdued the rebels.
End of the riot. So let's go over to economy. Let's see. Coal. What is this? $10 billion. Jesus Christ. 3 years, 2025. We're going to go ahead and cancel this contract right now. When are you going to ban women unless you already did? I think you said you were going to do that. What? When did I ever say I was going to ban women? Let's give Moldova some funding. Let's do Quarter Rebellion. That should improve economic relations.
Will now begin.
Okay, so 0 against, 24 pro, 5 abstain. Abstentions would be Cyprus, Hungary, Poland, Slovenia? Yeah, Slovenia. I can actually tell the difference between Slovenia and Slovakia. And then, as well as Ukraine. Let's do Hungary. I want to try this feature real quick. So, Hungary. Hungary, boom. Enter the percentage of membership dues reimbursement. So they do 1.95. Let's do 1.75. A reimbursement involves reducing the membership dues paid by the selected country. The goal of reimbursement is to persuade these countries that it is in their best interest to vote in favor of the legislation. These reimbursements can be justified as compensation for any future frustrations or injustices inflicted on these countries by this legislation. However, although it can encourage profiting countries to change their vote to 4, it can also alienate other voting countries since this will automatically increase their membership dues. Multiple reimbursements accepted can add up. Oh, that's a weight of the vote. And we're just going to cast our vote for pro. So that's 25 pro, 4 abstain, 0 against. Proceed with the vote. All right, and free trade agreement has been approved between the European Union and South Africa. So now we have better relations with South Africa economically, and we can start doing free trade with the Republic. Hey, what's up, James? Large increase in economic aid. Yep, that improved economic relations between our nations. Infrastructures and energy, economic map. So, we have really good relations with Greece and Georgia. I think we're also going to try to push for a European Union free trade agreement with Georgia as well.
It's all...
What about Finland? I don't think we have a free trade agreement with Finland. United Kingdom. So it's not letting me do it with the United States. I think it's because I signed one with the United States whenever I was not an EU member. Uzbekistan. Who else can we try to sign a free trade agreement with? Somalia. Let's go. We don't have one with Australia? Come on. Let's try a global economic contract. Growth is 18%.
The Commission has delivered.
Okay, so Australia meets the requirements. Oh yes, let's do a free trade agreement with the People's Republic of China. What about Taiwan? What about Japan?
Get a statement.
Fighting against terrorism, 1 billion with 177 million covered by the EU. We'll do more agents on the national territory for now. Did you already have a war with Russia? No, but we did complete and occupy the East Donbass region. And we have also exponentially increased our production of oil and natural gas. So we are heavily, actually, look at that trade balance right there. We were importing $816 million worth of oil at the beginning of this game, and we are now exporting $500 million of oil as of right now. And then sales 24 billion, up from 1 billion, and profits are 9 billion now, up from 390 million at the beginning of the game. Most of this is non-conventional oil and gas, which we had to legalize. Na 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 na. No, not this song, not this song. Oh god. Yeah, fun fact, the national anthem, or the anthem of the European Union, is Ode to Joy. Let me check this. So, head of state, and then we're gonna do nomination, democratically elected, and then change the system, 2 turns. And then we have 1 mandate that we can renew. So we can run for re-election. We are legally allowed to run for re-election. Tourism professionals complain. Eversim really needs to give us like the opportunity to do more for tourism, because there's really not that much that we can do. All I can do is literally go over to the tourism sector and I just give them subsidies, like what, $100 million. Give them $100 million, increases production just a tiny bit. So it needs air transportation, air, rail, naval, urban, and courier transportation. So railway, we have production, but I'm going to go ahead and give them $50 million. We're going to give all of these under control of the state. And we're going to do minority shareholder. Internet services, films, fast food. Attraction parks. We'll actually do some funding there. Anti-sleep molecule. Advertising. We don't have any advertising. Let's do some prime Ukrainian advertisements. And then $50 million for naval transportation. And I think we need to go to industry for courier transportation, but we are going to give some subsidies to numerical networks and infrastructures. And then we're going to do courier transportation, and then that's what we're going to leave, because, again, we don't want to overstimulate. Courier. Is that in services? Courier? Courier. Courier. Industry. Okay, let's try this. Courier transportation. Construction. Conventional. Am I an idiot? Do I just keep missing it? Music industry. Courier transportation. I'm an idiot. It was right there. Why does Volodymyr Zelensky look so creepy in this game? I don't know. Maybe he'll look different in the 2022 edition. We're gonna do $50 million for courier transportation.
The voting will now.
Okay. This is the Australia Free Trade Agreement. Global Economic Contract. 13 against, 3 pro, 3 abstentions, 13 abstentions, and 13 against. Of course. Of course. And we're gonna pro. Boom. And rejected. End of ultimatum. Russian forces have left. Economic treaty with Australia cannot accept their proposal, and we are ending discussions. I'm pretty sure that your relations are poor, to say the least. So in this case, it is improper to consider a commercial contract. Ah, yes. We will work to have a bilateral trade with them, though. And we will continue to use this treasury reserve to pay off our debt. So we still want to get the United States. So they're now at $40 billion. We're focusing heavily on paying the United States so we can lower that interest rate. Because the interest rate is not bad, but the amount that we are paying in interest is bad. European Union contribution is now a budget item. Let's go over here. Yep, $4.1 billion is how much we are paying the European Union. Debt reimbursement, Jesus Christ, -10. What does this even mean? I think it just means that, oh yeah, look at that structural surplus, my guys. Budget excess, 13 billion. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Look at all those beautiful tanks that we just got from the United States. So that means that our military now has weapons from the United States. 500 rank 3 tanks that we just got delivered from the United States. Pure amazingness there. Our defense budget is still on its way up, 13% of our GDP. We're also going to invest into more missiles. Oh, thank God we don't get protests because we buy missiles.
Sportsmen are ready.
When does the 2022 version come out? No idea. We have 20 people watching the stream. Guys, let's get a like, subscribe. Help the channel out in any way you can. We're going to go over to Serbia. We're going to ban the import and export of weapons to the Republic of Serbia. But apparently people didn't like that. I don't think that's what the election result was. Okay, so presidential elections are on July 21st, 2024. Congressional elections are a few months earlier than that, and then European elections are in May. So we have congressional elections, and then we have European elections, and then we have our own presidential elections. So 2024 is going to be a busy year in terms of politics. We really need to cut this growth rate. I'm doing what I can in the tax realm. What I'm stopping short of is increasing the income tax. We still have the value-added tax that we could start increasing, but I really don't want to fuck myself a year from the election. Whenever we go in, we need to think about a tax plan real quick. Really need to think about a tax plan. We could increase the VAT by 0.5%. We could increase the high bracket. I think, okay. Let's increase the high bracket to 25. Let's see how that is fared. Not too good. Okay, 23%. Let's try that. The low bracket to 10%. The middle bracket. No. We're going to try to increase the VAT by 1%. People are not going to like that. We're going to do it with the TV address. Actually, I have an idea. Okay, so we're going to increase the company tax to 25%. That's not going to fare that well. Okay, so company tax 22, 23, 24. 24% could be good. So we'll try 24%. We're going to do the inflation. Combat Inflation Act. The CIA. That's very interestingly named. So, Combat Inflation Act, company tax increase. Real estate value-added tax goes up with the TV address. Add that to the reform. Gets passed, so we're good on Parliament right now. I really don't want to continue to increase the IPT for right now. Company turnover, let's see how that fares. We're gonna get the moderate centrist group leader to come in. We're gonna try to get him to support the bill as much as he can.
Here is our... No problem. No problem.
Huh. We got him to support the law.
No.
PG, we can't hear you. I'm. If you ever hear me go silent whenever I'm doing something like this, it's because I'm concentrating. I'm just sitting here just like... I need to turn my camera on just so you guys know what I'm doing, so you guys
No problem.
don't think that I'm just like...
No.
Do you get spies in Russia? Yes. Let's actually see what they're doing. Exterior management, political... We have not been hearing that much out of them, actually. Approach political groups.
It's no problem.
Yeah, stop being shy. Turn that camera on. Oh, look at that support. Let's go. YouTube medical officer. How are you? Why do you not use all of your 700 available agents? Don't worry about it.
Undeniable.
All right, the reform passed. Let's go. Did I seriously get approval off of that? Social, purchasing power, demonstration, and cycling.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Boneless pizza.
Business leaders are currently marching through the...
Guys, go ahead and subscribe to Mr. Matt Gagnon, who just joined the chat. Oh, look at this! If you guys are interested, you can capture the Zakarpattia region. PG, how are the tornadoes? They were fun, my guy. They were. That was fun. When's your coming out of the closet video? Jesus Christ, Gen Z. Tour de France gets the green jersey. Our champion Vladimir Oporkin won the title for best sprinter of the tour. Good news that delights us. Shame poverty making progress. Company taxes are swinging to the right. In agreement with the parties, I must remind you that the goal of a political jury. Yeah, I know. I don't like to raise taxes, but whenever we're dealing with an inflation crisis, as we are right now, it's necessary. Actually, let's go over here. IMF. Reduction. Give me some relief. Let's go for $5 billion. Whoa. $5 billion. Reduce my debt, please. World Bank. 4.9. Let's ask for a reduction of $2.5 billion. Boston Zoomer in chat. Let's go. How are you, Boston? It is I, the guy argued over on Twitter whether you're a right-wing populist or not. Nah, no hard feelings, man. I can have debates all day, and I'm not gonna sit here and like hate you for it. Got 20 people watching. Guys, leave a like. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we can get this inflation down. Stop it! Ah! Why is my growth so high?
The vote was held. Unfortunately, the reform didn't pass.
What reform? I didn't even introduce one. It appears you've already benefited from a reduction less than a year ago, so I need to wait for a year to get these reductions. Kherson Oblast, there is a forest fire. Do you have the euro? Not yet. We want the euro. We want the euro, but unfortunately our inflation is so goddamn high right now that we're not able to join the euro because they don't want me and my inflation. What I really want to do... Wait, what the hell? Why is the EU just not highlighted anymore? Interesting. It's literally solely EU members. Anyway, PG, I bought a Russian flag on Amazon. Let's go. Russia simp Gen Z is in chat. Based? Alright, let's see. Carbon tax on imported products. Can we get this for the European Union? Distinct from carbon taxes collected in European countries, this tax applies to products imported from outside the borders of the EU that emit greenhouse gases in their manufacturing process, especially from fossil fuels, which includes carbon and gas. This tax is part of the European policy on fighting global warming and in the interests of equality, since the EU countries are already subject to this tax within Europe. It also introduces new financial resources for the European budget. Countries that oppose it are those that have strong commercial ties to large, potentially taxable countries, which means the United States, China, etc. The European Union is the region with the most imported emissions in the world. Let's go ahead and try to get this. This is going to be subjected to a unanimous vote by the European Council. We're going to do a tax of 25. And then we could also go for a tax on major digital companies. This will also be subjected to a unanimous vote by the European Council. But what about financial transaction tax? So we already have 56% of our our revenue comes from dues from other countries. 21% comes from tariffs. 16% comes from the value-added tax, and then 5.4% comes from taxes on plastics. I also bought a Ukraine flag. I already have a Ukraine flag. I finally put my American flag up. Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and transition this over. Just so you guys know what's going on. No! You guys can hear me just rummaging around. ahead and transition this over. How are y'all? Did this in yesterday's stream, but this is a new stream. What is happening? I don't know. He's having a line of code. Jesus Christ. All right. I want to start a flag collection. So I have these. These are the ones I just moved into a new place. So these are the flags that I have now. I got this one right here, the Ukrainian flag. And then I have my good old-fashioned American flag that I got at the Texas State Fair. This one I got at a what do you call it? I got it at a Ukrainian shop in Dallas. And then, of course, the American flag. Still trying to find another place that I can put my other flags. Looks like I'm running out of room on that wall. So I have the Ukrainian flag, I have the United States flag, I have the Norwegian flag that I got from a Norwegian subscriber of mine. I have the Texas flag, and then I think that's it. So I have Ukraine, United States, Texas, and Norway. Yeah, sounds about right. They're all in that box, literally right over there, right where my thumb is. And I'm forgetting about it, but I don't. Y'all want me to just see me stand up, just walk over there? What about the 1939 Germany flag? Get yourself a Union battle flag. I also have this. Epic. It has Ukraine in Ukrainian on the right arm. And then it has Ukraine in English on the left. Oh, way down south in the land of traitors, rattlesnakes and alligators, right away, come away, right away, come away. In Dixies and rhymers. Yes. Slava Ukraini, boys. Slava Ukraini. Alright, debt reduction is accepted. Mr. President, considering the efforts of your country is undertaken with regard to budgetary and financial balance, the Administrative Council of the International Monetary Fund, after deliberation, has decided to accept your request. Your current debt to the Monetary Fund will therefore be reduced to the amount you proposed, which is $5 billion. This reduction will be distributed over the remaining life of your payments. And naturally, the condition of such a gesture is pursuit of an orthodox monetary policy, which so far you have successfully applied. Good day, Mr. President. Let's go ahead and go over to our debt and see what we got. $40 billion to the United States, $26 billion to Germany, $13 billion to the United Kingdom, $11 billion to Japan, $8.1 billion to China, $5.1 billion to India, $3 billion to Norway, $2.1 billion to the Netherlands, $976 million to Austria, and then now to the IMF and World Bank. We owe $9.1 billion to the IMF and about $5 billion to the World Bank. Getting these debt payments down helps our economy out greatly.
Our infiltrated they
want to get a tone of controversial flags, including the 1940 Germany flag, the USSR flag, the Israeli flag, Confederate flag, and other highly controversial flags. Yeah, imagine inviting a girl over and you just see like the Nazi flag.
Everything.
Meeting request. Yo, yes, sir. Let's go ahead and meet with President Biden. Or Baden. Tom Baden is what he's called in a Power and Revolution.
Our sport.
you've changed.
Any meeting with the United States is always accepted, even though they're getting decimated by a hurricane right now.
competition.
Anti-sleep molecule. We'll patent it. We'll patent it. Krashano Blast, 4,502 hectares of forest.
The
Victim
population
compensation
affected by the
estimated at
disaster.
nearly $141 million. Let's go ahead and give them $350 million. This is actually the first natural disaster we have suffered through in since the beginning of this gameplay. Can you send aid to other countries? What do you mean? Talking about like the Syria and United States disasters going on right now? Or Canada? We need to read that newspaper as well. I need a new webcam. You guys want to help me buy a webcam? Go ahead and donate to the stream. No one in Louisiana has four. No one. Louisiana has 4 hurricanes. World simulation. Load. Ukraine. We also want to change the flag. I actually have the ability to change the flag of Ukraine. I will donate you some Russian ruble. Anything counts. Even though with the Russian ruble you're giving me like pennies. Yes. Donate all of your Russian rubles, guys. I don't know why the borders aren't appearing anymore. That's a bug. So we have 202,000 in our military now. We're about to hit 400,000 total. It's a big army. Just ask to join the euro. See what they say. They're gonna look at my inflation, be like, gone to Brussels, operating
We have
the EU.
noted a certain passivity on your part in regard to this organization. The European Union requires its heads of state to invest in development. We are counting on you.
In development, so you're wanting me to invest in like infrastructure projects? I've been doing that a lot. I need to slow down, god damn it.
Good morning.
Okay, what does the United States want? I swear to God, $2 billion sales. We could.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna go over to country. We're gonna go to country's flag. We're gonna go over to Yuki, and we're gonna change it to this. And we're gonna get a little bit of a dip because of nationalism, even though this is a little more nationalistic. Norway wants to have a meeting, even though that lady's not even in power anymore.
Your inflation is too great.
I
This
bet.
does not meet the Maastricht convergence criteria. Your
This is going to be take effect on 8/30, so at the end of the month. You make yourself a dictator in the game. In Ukraine? I don't know. Oh, God, inflation. And growth! Jesus Christ, stop! Oh my God. Anyway, you can move the camera or no? What do you mean? Talking about like from where it's at right now? Oh, move the camera from like down from like where it's at right here. Where can I move it? I can move it up. Or I can just turn the camera off. I'll do that. I'll try moving it up. I don't know if that's gonna look weird. Yeah, that'll work. A little better. Oh my God, how much steel do we have? Yeah, that's a little bit better. Where that's at. That way you guys can see this little thing right here. You still see me, my beautiful face. What's your interest rate? All the way up. 20%. And I just missed my meeting with Norway. Just wasted her time.
The decree takes...
New flag. Wait, come on. I like the autosave feature, but... Na 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 na. Public opinion strongly against this change. Shut up. This is a badass flag. BG's actually pretty handsome. Jesus. We really need to get to 2024 so this growth can reset. Once this growth resets, we're going to try to keep it under 10%, because then prices will really start to go down. How long is a term? You mean in Ukraine? I'm glad we don't even have to touch electricity, honestly. Having a stable energy supply is like one of the best feeling things about this game. Ah, and look at that, the Russian pipelines are gone. Let's go. So I want to make a pipeline from these. I want to make 2.1, 885, 1 million. 1.4. I think all these are the ones that are creating the most. 2.6. So what we might want to do is build a pipeline from Ukraine over into Germany, because we did get rid of those pipelines. How long is the term in Ukraine? 4 years? I think it's 4 years. Let's look. Term 5 years, actually. Maybe it could go up to 6. Have an extra year. Political parties. Invest in cyber protection. Let's go ahead and do that. Congrats on getting rid of the Russian pipeline. Slava Ukraine. Hungary wants a meeting. We actually have good relations. Let's all think about retaking the Kaliningrad. It'll be my little oblast. Yeah, Poland wants a meeting. Make the term 100 years, then get yourself reelected. What is the max? Head of state, term 50 years.
Good.
So this is going to be bauxite. Ooh, we actually might need this. Oh. No. Justice. Determine the balance of the court. Join the ICC. Let's do that. Specific criminalization on street harassment. Let's join. Let's do specific criminalization. Whoa. Aw, come on. Don't tell me the game's about to break.
The theory that says if E1 doesn't like E2 and
ICC file accepted. There was an attack in Mykolaiv.
Sent to the
Hang on, let's do this. Let's try. Crap. Oh, the game's starting to become unstable. Is it seriously because I changed the flag of all things? Computer attack and plane crash in Mykolaiv?
Good morning.
Sync. Refuse. Ooh, weapon research. Plane crash. A very serious aircraft accident took place in Mykolaiv. Mykolaiv. An airplane crashed near the runway. There are no survivors. The plane carried 462 people. Wow. Plane crash. $1,153 people have been wounded. 462 people have died in a plane crash. It must have crashed into a suburb or something. Let's give them an emergency aid package of $200 million. But this is probably going to be the most expensive disaster in recent Ukrainian history since the war in the East came to an end. Membership granted to the ICC. I have the pleasure of announcing that you've become a part of our organization. This is a big day for Ukraine, but also for the International Criminal Court. I wonder if Russia's a member of the ICC. Computer attack. All planes redirected to other airports. Control tower screens out of time sync. What else? ICC. Yeah, in other news, Research in Iran have discovered anti-sleep molecule. %27 inflation. Wow. New Ukraine flag, yes. I think the flag is bugging the game out. Swiss. What? What? Yo! Switzerland.
Emissaries from this country have submitted a request for admission to our organization. This will be put to a vote by all countries during the next session. You may now cast your vote with the possibility of changing it until the last day, of course.
Oh, so you can vote earlier than that. Institutions, legislation, actions, policy, resolutions, new free trade. Apply to become a member. So we have one person against this resolution. That's going to be Slovakia. Let's meet with Slovakia.
Sure. I'd be very. Yes, it's a good idea. I'll do my best.
Let's go! Let's go! Oh, like, yes. Did we get him to do it? Parliament. I'm gonna try to reload this game. We're gonna save this. Try to reload it. So that was at 1756. That was about 13, less than 20 minutes ago. Butter him up. Oh my god, there's an oil slick off the coast of Italy. Institutions, policy, a member, parliament. Come on, man. Hang on, let's try this. I might have to reload this save, unfortunately. I don't run into many problems, honestly. I don't run into that many problems like this. Demoted, how are you? This. Parliaments. This is before we changed our flag. So let's try this. Guess we're gonna have to deal with it. That sucks. Unless we have an autosave before that. Load game. Autosave. That was... Now it's a 10-minute difference. That sucks. That sucks. How much is this game? It's 49. They have a new edition coming out sometime in the summer, so ecology. So we do have the application. We do have the application of Switzerland coming up. So this is going to be proposed. It's going to be voted on October 5th. So we're going to go to the meeting.
The voting will now begin. I remind you that the results will be updated after each vote and that an alert...
Okay, so I've already met with you.
Sure. There. Yes.
Okay, so we have an hour and 10 minutes. Could we get Hungary? Hungary. No, they're abstaining. Germany, can you influence another head of state to vote for? And we're going to ask them to influence... Who was that? That was Slovakia. Slovakia.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
Come on. End the meeting. Well, who else do we got? Ukraine. We at least get you to have an abstention. We at least need an abstention out of you. That's all we need. Parliament, EPG, barely is supported in the parliament. Who else do they like? Slovenia. France. Influence. Slovakia. Tell the Czechs. So Czechia, where are you? Czechia. We're literally just looking into the Visegrad group. We're gonna try Poland right after this. Slovakia. Poland? Can you help us out here? Poland. We have 20 minutes left. Flyer reimbursement. Hang on. Apply reimbursement. Slovakia. We're going to do 4% reimbursement. Well, let's do 3.5. still doesn't help. Okay. Let's go ahead and vote pro. Pro. Ukraine. Votes pro. And cast the vote. Wait, I already casted it. Proceed with the vote. Let's see. Bulgaria, abstention. Croatia. Let's go! Oh, fuck yeah! I didn't even realize it until I kind of like read it again, and I was like, Slovakia? Oh, you don't see the bug here now. Oh, now it is. All right. European Council approved, 0 rejections, 5 abstentions, and 24 approvals. And Slovakia, we successfully changed their vote in the weight of the vote 1. Yeah, I know. Center right. We should have good relations with them. We do. We border them, literally. So that helped them. We got them a reimbursement. I honestly have no idea how those reimbursements work, so we'll find out pretty soon. But Switzerland is now admitted as a new member of the European Union. Which is very hilarious because it basically just means that they're no longer neutral in European affairs now.
Respect. Your commitment to
Uzagrad. Yeah, we have a city literally right on the border. Oh, I have an idea. Transportation. Let's ask Slovakia for authorization to build a transportation network. And we're going to build independent movements.
if E1 doesn't like you to...
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and invite them over. We're going to start funding their party. Carpathian Rus used to be a part of the Slovakia between the wars. Slovakia agrees to a potential partnership for construction. And let's go ahead and do some main highways. And we will build from... What is this? Available treasury, 11 billion. Projected cost, 745 million. Ukrainian incurred costs financed by the treasury, 16%. EU co-financing, 60%. Jesus Christ, the EU is funding 60% of this project. Wow. Awesome Cade, how are you? Wow. Let's also build some high-speed rail, I guess. We're gonna do a high-speed rail between Kyiv and Chernihiv. So EU co-financing is gonna be, so it's gonna be financed by the Treasury, and then the European Union will finance about $1.25 billion of it. So we're gonna spend that money, and then we're gonna go over to debt, and we are going to pay 8 billion we have left. We're gonna pay off the IMF. No, that interest rate really isn't that much. October. You have 2 months to January. Let's wait 2 months. We'll see what we get at the end of the quarter, and then we'll go from there.
Here is our
Hate that growth rate. I hate that growth rate so much. Kyiv, Luhansk. Yeah, sure. High-speed rail has now arrived in Ukraine. If Russians are going to bomb the Uzgrad, they mess up, bombs could land on Slovakian soil, and that would mean, you know what. Yep. How much longer do we have until these nuclear power plants? We have about less than 60 days. In a difficult financial situation, so unfortunately we cannot build that highway. Let's try this one more time. Maybe I know where this messed up. Yeah. It never gave me that option. $1.1 billion financed by the Treasury, and then $668 million is financed by the European Union. Where's the capital of Slovakia? Bratislava is the capital of Slovakia, apparently. Stay in self discussions with our Slovak partners because it considers our transportation network sufficiently equipped. Whatever. We'll probably try to do a high-speed rail line.
Are you still part of the European Union? Your lack of participation is obvious. The organization needs to generate proposals in order to grow and guarantee favorable outcomes to our members. We expect much more from you.
Jesus Christ, okay. Fishing cap. Didn't I literally propose something? Or did it get rejected? Regional development. 55 billion. We're gonna make our way to the end of the year. Government waste, get moving. Population, women, housing. Debilitated housing. Rent increases, rent capped. I really need to lower this inflation. Aside from taxes, I can't really do anything. It's all the growth.
Welcome, everyone.
%34%, so it's pretty split, honestly. It's faster.
The bill has been voted.
The PAC budget has been rejected.
Prospective analysis coupled with
Your policy.
Welcome, everyone.
Oh, nice. We can actually get this passed. So this is the regional development budget. Oh, yeah. And all this is just disappearing. Let's just keep it going. So, pro. Oh, 30 pro, 0 abstain, 0 against. Everyone really wants the additional regional development. And approved and approved. All right, get something done so that
The bill has.
Van der Leyen doesn't come back and say, "Oh, you need to do something for my country, like the European Union." Population growth. Really need to start doing something. What can we do? Boom, boom. $3.5 billion. Can we spend that? Yeah, actually, we can. 3.5 billion. 6.4 billion. Okay, we'll actually reduce that. 4.3 billion. Bam. Substantial increase in health in the nation. Guys, if you could go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Carbon nanofiber, let's go. Much longer for these nuclear plants? About 13 days. So 13 days, and then we're going to be in December. And then once we're done with
You've
that,
changed.
we go to the next year. Growth resets itself, and we'll try to keep it down as much as we can, even if we have to increase the IPT. I really don't want to increase the IPT again.
Good morning.
Sales. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh my god, why am I not thinking of this? I forgot the import. Oh my god. These things slip by me so much. We'll accept it. We need to go find other things to import too. Like, I'm gonna meet with Brazil, actually. Brazil. And who else? We're gonna meet with Brazil for now. PG, what was your favorite subject in school? Anything related to history and politics?
Sure.
So government, history.
And you're right.
Brazil, purchase, aluminum. Building, housing, and roadway? No. Cereals? No. Copper. Send. 63. 47. $60. 54. 54. Okay. We're gonna sign like 2 more contracts. Cement. No. We need some pretty multi-billion-dollar contracts. We have iron. We have steel. Paper. Rice. Software. Tobacco. Water supply networks. Water supply networks. We could do that. Yes. 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 Perfect. Perfect. Let's fucking go. Okay. This is gonna be a fun one to negotiate. Yikes. Let's try 0.95. 1.78. We're shooting for, yeah, this is gonna be impossible to negotiate to a fair margin. We're gonna try to get it as low as possible. 1.26. 1.26. 1.36. They accept it. $6 billion contract. That's going to be the worst one out of the bunch. Let's see what else. Whatever else we need. Whatever else. And we're not exporting. We are importing is what we are doing right now. One of the best ways to fight inflation, and this completely slipped my mind because I'm a fucking idiot. One of the best ways to fight inflation and power and revolution is to import. Importing is basically inflation is money. It's an exchange of money. The more money that you have in your country, the more money that you're getting from other people, that adds to your inflation. The more you can send that money out of your country, that's how you can fight it. So if you sign a shit ton of import contracts, mainly for raw materials, that's what you need. It's going to kind of like counteract the inflation that you get. So whenever you sign a big import or export contract, sign a big import contract, because if you can do that, it'll kind of offset the amount of money that you're getting into your economy because of growth. So, rare earth oxides. You're doing a great job and we love your streams. You're not dumb. I know. If I ever say that, I'm just kind of talking shit. I don't actually think that about my, I mean, I did, but no, I'm not. I only say that just because that's just the way I talk. Nickel. Because it takes me like an hour to think about it. And then when the moment I think about it, I'm like, oh God, I'm a fucking idiot. I have not been charging my phone. We're going to be wrapping up this stream very soon. Once I get these imports signed and everything. Okay. No, you're good. You're good, Luca. I appreciate it. Like that's a very, I appreciate you saying that. Like it's good. So carbon nanofiber. Huh, I already have carbon nanofiber. I didn't even know I discovered it. We can import cement. Let's actually get that. Let's get some cement going. We'll actually import, let's do 4 million tons of cement. We will do that for 109. 109, 121, cool. All right, perfect. That is the best amount of contracts that we can get for right now. That'll help with the inflation. And of course, the autosave hits. It is December. That's what whenever the 2022 edition comes out, I promise we're gonna be talking about Economic Tutorial 4. Terrorist group, the Belarusian
model on group
Revolutionary
to identify a potential
League.
ally.
What is their ideology? Socialists, and we'll go for it. I want the print money, I know. If we can get some actual money supply controls in here, that will be perfect. We know very little about the 2022 edition. We know that the element of fake news is going to come out. That's going to be one thing that we're going to be dealing with is fake news. We also have like the management of animal causes. We don't know that much else. We're going to do semi-trailers of rockets and explosives.
Fine, automatic.
And weapons. And
I'm listening. How much?
$100,000.
The sum is a miserable.
Yeah. Yep, 36% inflation. Nope, 41% inflation. Good lord, man. How are my people not complaining?
The preparations are...
All right, those power plants are now completed. We now have 2 third-generation nuclear reactors that are online. We have 121 electricity surplus. And that also means that we are now reaping the benefits directly. Total workforce, we're going to go ahead and call for a 10,000. Now, we have 2 of them. Let's go ahead and assume that is going to be... We're going to do 5,000. 5,000 manpower. And we're going to do a salary of $700.
We have noted a
Passivity, whatever. Adopt all laws. EU budgets. Research and innovation. Immigration and sanctuary. So I guess we just need to be screwing around with the EU every so often just to make sure. PG ignores the super chat. Yeah, I know. Crab Rangoon, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Great tip. Yeah. Crab Rangoon, you are absolutely going to be helping me with Economic Tutorial 4. Me and you also need to be getting together to start working on some more tutorials for those that need them. If you want to help me go through and proofread the political ideology tutorial, that would be very, very helpful. Exoskeleton, ultra, high-speed train, 350 miles an hour. Join NATO before it's too late. Already have, my guy. So if I go over here, aha, look at that. Switzerland is now part of the EU. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. So we have added Norway, we have added Switzerland, and we have added Ukraine as members of the European Union. And then, if we go over here to NATO, you can obviously see that this was in 2021 and in 2023. 2024, technically. So we are a member of NATO. We are a member of NATO. That was one of the first things that we actually did, was join NATO.
Welcome, everyone.
So, pro, 60%. This has to be 55% of countries, 65% of the population. So we are 5% short. Imagine how great this game would be if the creator got a bunch of voiceovers from political YouTubers who do voiceovers for the presidents. I would be ecstatic if Eversim were to come to me and say, hey, we want you to do some voice work. I would love it. All right, we are now in the new year, 2024. We're going to go ahead and stop the stream here, because this is going to be its own episode in itself, because we have a very busy year in terms of politics in this next year. So we have the European Union elections, we have the Ukrainian parliamentary elections, and then we have the Ukrainian presidential elections. We could get PG, Red Eagle, and LTE all in one game doing voiceovers. That would be funny. All right. $12 billion cash surplus. Unhealthy housing situation, 2.64%. The economy grew nearly 50%.
Here are the GDP and growth figures.
This is an average result. The fuck it is. 41.45% growth in 2023, and the GDP is at $430 billion. $430 billion.
The funeral.
Minister for Homeland Security has died. We're gonna go ahead and make an appointment before we go.
The theory that says
We're going to go ahead and refuse that. And then annual aid from the European Union for 2024. The aid from the EU will be $30.9 billion with recurring aid. We'll have approved these past years and that have been renewed. The allocation of 27.5 billion euros available to distribute. We can also reduce the thematic budget already financed by the EU if we want to use the aid differently. So let's check. Growth forecast is at 10%. Please. Please. We don't need more growth. We don't need more growth. We really don't. We're going to start getting our financial transaction tax to like at least 1%. We really need to start increasing that. When is that going to pass? On the 10th. Oh yeah, forgot. Cabinet. Minister for Homeland Security. Let's find a non-corrupt guy. Yeah, no, not you. There you go. This guy. We're actually going to go ahead and suppress these contracts with the United States.
Here is our...
Oh my god! We try to leave, and they won't let me leave! Numerous cases of lethal poisoning and Avino-Frankovisk. It's really strange and disturbing, Mr. President. We are facing a series of unexplained poisoning cases in several parts of the city. About 10 people have died already.
The bill...
We have discovered a source of poisoning is due to toxins in the network of running water. Botulinum toxins in the running water. The criminal theory is therefore clearly privileged. We are taking all necessary steps while hoping the population can remain calm. How many people have died?
In a statement sent to the press, the terror...
Sure. I'd be... I'm...
It just... Oh my god! Okay. We just lost 5,000 people in a terrorist attack. That was, interesting. Yikes. I was that just took everything. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. Oh my god. You guys just saw me just silent for try to wrap up this goddamn stream, and then it's just like, aha, no, you want to see a horrible terrorist attack worse than 9/11? Jesus Christ. This game, I like what someone said. It said, the game has a lot of bugs, but it can still make me laugh. But, yep. Guys, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it on the channel. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that... I already just said that. I need to work on an outro, honestly. Yeah, go ahead and leave a like. I don't have any more information on the 2022 edition. Again, biggest thing that you guys should know about me is that the moment I get any information, I will tell you guys, but you have to subscribe to me. If you are not subscribed to me, Gabe Vogel, what the fuck? Right as I leave, right as I want to leave, goddamn Gabe, the man himself, Gabe Vogel, comes out. Guys, go subscribe to Gabe. He doesn't make any more videos anymore, but he helped me on the economic tutorial. Did I miss anything? You missed a lot. You missed a lot, man. I miss you, bro. Gabe, I do want to move on Brazil this weekend. If you were free, I would like to move on Brazil. I need to do a recording of the first episode, but once I get the first episode out of the way, then we can move on the next few episodes. I've been moving, and I'm, just now finally getting unpacked and everything. You can still see my boxes. You can still see my boxes everywhere and stuff. So that's I whenever it was like last weekend or something like that, I really wanted to move on it that weekend, but then it was just like, aha, no, you gotta move, and I was like, fuck. So yeah, guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon. If you guys want to hear anything about the 2022 edition, when I get the news, I will make a video about it. Please subscribe to the channel because I will make an announcement on my community forum when I do get that information. I will tell you guys, and I'll also probably share some of that information in the Discord, depending on whether I can or cannot share the information. So, go ahead and join the Discord. Join the channel. Join just anything that you can. And support the channel. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream with me. Thank you guys so much for participating, for chatting with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Probably try to stream tomorrow or something like that. And I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with me. Take care.